Hey everybody, it's Julie. Welcome back to Row & Co Farms. So I'm gonna plant some fall garlic today. Most people don't know that you plant garlic in the fall and it grows, well, it doesn't start really growing in the fall, but stays dormant, and then in the spring it starts to emerge, and then by the summer you can harvest your garlic. So we're going to be prepping this bed right here, which did have my okra in it. You can see there's a bunch of like okra inside here still, just that's old and drying out and stuff like that, and I'm just gonna leave it. I think some of those seeds will probably try to germinate over the next few weeks as they're in there, but that will be fine. They'll germinate and then, you know, it'll die and then compost down. So you can see that this bed, we did add some grass clippings to it, you know, a month or two ago, but there's still a big gap between the edge and here where it has settled over this whole season. So we're going to be adding a nice layer of compost on top of here. But kind of before we do that, we'll just go ahead and put our garlic in place, and then we'll just cover the garlic with the new compost. So we have a dump trailer, which is a blessing. We've had this for a long time. We kind of inherited it over the years from some family, but that dump trailer is full of dirt, so and compost. So we get like a mix from a local nursery, and that's like 4 big Bobcat scoops of dirt. So that will be plenty to amend my beds and do all the stuff that I need to do for my fall, you know, gardening and just getting ready for spring. So let's put our garlic in. So I'll talk for just a second about the garlic I got. I got this at Tractor Supply. It just says regular garlic, which, looking at the picture, this is just like a hardneck style garlic. And I got 3 small bags of this, which contains 3 like big cloves, 3 of those, and then they break down into those smaller ones. So I have a total of 9, you know, full heads, and then we'll break them down into cloves. And then I also have some other garlic. Sorry, this is some seed garlic from some soft neck garlic that we had. So they produce some of these little, what I call seeds off of the side of them. Sorry, off of the side of them. And you can plant those too. So we're going to get those in the ground. So this will be just a different variety from this. I also have ordered some. It's not here yet. I hope that it'll get here pretty soon. I think this week. So we'll save some room and plant that too. So I'm just going to start breaking apart my cloves here. And so when you put these in, you kind of want this little root side to go down. So just like this is, you know, the bottom, the root, all of these are kind of on the root end. So you want to plant them with that root side down and this little tip part going up. So we'll break these apart, and then we'll go ahead and start lining them through here. And they don't need a whole lot of space, so we should be able to put them pretty close together. And I'm just gonna kind of nestle them down in here just so they stay. I'm gonna give them just a few inches in between, maybe 3 or 4. Maybe it's a little more than that. Okay, so one row was 3 of those heads of garlic. So I should be able to fit those other 2 packages plus my other little jar of seed garlic, and maybe still have room left in this bed for some additional garlic when it arrives. So I'm gonna put you on fast forward now and plant the rest of this bed, and then we'll start loading it in with our compost. So we've got everything placed in our rows. I've kind of marked these rows just sort of with these sticks right here. And I still have room for at least 2 more rows here of garlic. So I'm pleased with that. I think once the other garlic comes in that I ordered, I'll fill that in here and we should be good to go. So now I'm gonna start getting my compost. So I'm in one of my animal pens that we're not using right now. We used to have our ducks in here. We've had our chickens in here. I'm gonna scoop out some of this bedding to use as mulch in our bed. So this will have the winter time to kind of break down and help fertilize too because of the manure in it. So nothing goes to waste, not even animal bedding. I think that's enough. All right, so let's get in here and let's mulch this bed with our shavings. So this will provide a layer of protection from cold, which not that we get that cold here, and over the whole winter, all of this droppings and stuff will, you know, kind of go down into the soil and break down a little bit and provide some fertilizer. there we have it, guys. We're all finished. We still have those 2 rows available for the other garlic when it comes in, and I'll just move the mulch out of the way, plant everything, and we'll put this bed to bed for the winter. And in the spring, those will start to emerge, those garlic shoots. They may even come up in the fall, this fall still, and that's fine. Sometimes you'll see that, but they should be perfectly safe throughout the winter as long as you have that mulch around them to protect them. So if you're going to plant garlic for next year, now is the time. It is a long seasoned type thing. It takes about 9 months in total. So get it in the ground now so you'll have it for next year. And I think I planted close to 100 in here today, which is technically to me not nearly enough, which is why there's still some more coming. But I figure at least 1 to 2 heads of garlic per week for our household. Honestly, you could probably do a little more, like I said, but that ends up being 100 heads, which is what I put in here. Not all of them will make it. So if I end up with about 150 to 200, I think that's going to be the sweet spot for us. And then still have enough so that next year I won't have to go buy the seed garlic again. It'll already, we'll have enough left over to plant. So I hope you guys found that informative. And if you like this content, please hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you want to see more things like this. And we'll see you next time here at Row & Co Farms.